Now, Kenyans are increasingly embracing environmentally sustainable architecture in real estate development in a bid to lessen energy needs. Tonight on Tech One, our reporter Allan Aoko visited a model green building in Kiambu County and documents green construction and sustainable living.
A sectoral breakdown on the UN habitat shows the building sector can account for 58% of greenhouse emissions reduction, followed by the transport sector at 21% and materials efficiency at 16%. This, experts say, is the future of urban developments. This is a model green building. And this is where contractors with the technical expertise to build it come in.
Hi, I'm James Mitchell, co-founder and CEO at BuildX.
Mitchell believes that by embracing green construction technologies, residents will greatly contribute to sustainable urbanization.
But one of the things that we know about wood is that it isn't ultimately, in its structural form, an exterior material. So on the outside, we need to cover it with a stone. The stone doesn't need to be very thick. These ones are a little bit thinner than the normal block size that you're used to seeing, but we could go a lot thinner with different types of cladding materials to wrap the building, basically.
I asked him how practical it was to replicate this particular innovation in villages and other towns, given panels can be prefabricated off-site.
We can essentially leave a cavity by having some lighter non-structural frame. In this case, we've got a light aluminium frame with an insulation. Insulation is optional, particularly in Kenya. But again, we can use this gap between the timber and the plasterboard to run those services if we want.
But that's not all.
To build a unit like this is up to 70% faster than traditional methods using concrete and stone. This particular prototype that we're standing in, which is about 60 square meters, was put up in 20 hours.
One of the biggest challenges is a lack of a local materials factory, awareness and expensive procurement of sustainable materials, which may make building green a daunting task.
This is a material that today, as we stand in it, is more expensive than a lot of the traditional methods used in Kenya. But we've seen in other markets, even comparable markets like South Africa, where we source this particular product from, that when it's produced locally.
Despite the headwinds, technologies like cross-laminated timber, as we learned, come with some long-term benefits.
One major benefit of using CLT as a construction material is its ability to resist fire, or how it burns during a fire.
Interestingly, during construction of these model houses, contractors have found a way of introducing social impact practices too.
We collaborated with our sister organization called Build Her. So Build Her trains women in Kenya and teaches them accredited construction skills, and about 60% of the labor force while working on the prototype came from Build Her.
For the sector to thrive, players say green buildings have to be supported by other like-minded organizations and state agencies with common goals.
We educate a lot on how to rate and certify these buildings. We advocate through a lot of policy changes in government towards supporting sustainability in construction.
Green building designs are expected to reduce carbon emissions. Cross-laminated timber offers more pros than cons because it is more redundant than steel and concrete. And why not? Especially if it is living sustainably. Allan Aoko, Tech One.